All right, so the rampant crime, homelessness in America's big cities and small towns, especially blue states, often fueled by serious, crippling drug addiction that for many years now has been all but encouraged by Democrats. Look at El Paso, Texas. Joe Biden reportedly gave a drug recovery group $800,000, and they started handing it out, glass tubes? In other words, crack pipes to drug users for so-called harm reduction, even though the HHS department claims federal money can't be used to buy the pipes. Oh, why obey the law? You're Joe Biden. And meanwhile, Oregon decriminalizing several drugs. And guess what? Massive open-air drug dens appeared in downtown Portland. Now, New York even has the nation's first safe injection sites for junkies to shoot up in a clean and comfortable environment. But now, finally, backlash appears to be growing, facing multiple challenges for her seat. The mayor of San Francisco is now claiming that she wants to start drug testing welfare recipients. The Philadelphia City Council moving to ban those safe injection sites. And even New York is now taking a second look at their policies after 1 year, a one-year-old died from fentanyl exposure at a Bronx, New York daycare center. What a tragedy. 3 others nearly died. But is it all too little? Too late? Anyway, let's ask the co-host of the hit show, The Five, our friend, Judge Jeanine Pirro. You know, a lot of people may not know the full extent of your background. I do. And this, your job, your years as a prosecutor, you were tough as nails. You were a strict. You really, well, I mean, in a good way, Judge.
Hey,
I mean, it only complimentary. You were
what,
tough
Sean?
as nails. You did not put up with this garbage.
You can't put up with it because what we're seeing now, as the fentanyl is spiking, people are dying. New York City is reeling from that one-year-old who died in a daycare as a result of just fentanyl being in the vicinity. You know, now the liberal left is starting to say, oh, you know, we can't do this anymore. Let me make one thing perfectly clear. And in addition to being a prosecutor, DA, I was a narcotics judge for a year. You've got to make it real clear that you're either going to get yourself treatment and get out of this, or you're going to end up dead. So what the left has been doing is they've been funding all these things for more humane, cleaner treatment sites. And, you know, the Biden administration, an $800,000 grant, and we're not giving out crack pipes, but what we are giving out is glass cylinder, small cylinder glass, which is a crack pipe. OK, they're doing it in Texas also. And that is drug paraphernalia, which is a violation of the Texas law. So what's happening is the people on the left are trying to understand it, trying to go with the flow. You can't do it. Portland decriminalized, and they're changing that now. Seattle is reeling. L.A. is reeling. Now, London Bree, she's coming out now, Sean, and she's saying, look, if you want welfare benefits, you've got to have drug testing. And if you won't let us test you for drugs, you don't get welfare benefits. Now, all of the druggies and the people supporting them are saying, well, we have free choice in America. No, you don't. You don't have a free choice. You're not entitled to social services unless you comply with certain conditions. The thing that I'm concerned about, Sean, is that they're not going to follow up, that they don't have the wherewithal to say, OK, you're a drug addict. We tested you. We're going to give you everything you need. You need an apartment. You want food. You need medicine. We'll get you treatment. But they're not going to follow up with it. This is just a word salad. But as more people die, as fentanyl continues to come across the border, as the left continues to fund and look us in the face and lie saying, we're not funding glass pipes. What they did in New York City, they had a vending machine in Brooklyn. OK, we paid for it. The vending machine was out of glass pipes overnight. Nobody cared about any of the protective medicine or any of the litmus tests that showed whether or not there was fentanyl. They just wanted the pipe to smoke whatever they could get their hands on. We've got to be tough or we're going to destroy ourselves.
All right, so they want to decriminalize these hard drugs, safe injection sites, crack pipes that they won't say are crack pipes. I mean, what do they think they're doing? How are they helping people? As far as I'm concerned, if you're using hard drugs, if you're smoking crack, you're slowly committing suicide. Injecting heroin, you're going to die eventually. You're ruining your life. There's never going to be an upside. Why waste any time, energy, effort, money towards assisting, aiding, abetting in what is going to ruin your life?
Well, you said it. They are assisting, aiding, and abetting the suicide of individuals who will die. And then you've got Trank now. People are walking around in drug stupors. I mean, they say, we want to be homeless. Could you give us money for food? And then we get our drugs and we can, you know, have sex and do whatever we want to have. I mean, they're very happy. You're looking at people who are literally part of the living dead in our society today. The left wants to understand them. The right wants to straighten them out, put them in jail, and put an end to it. That's the only way you're going to solve it.
All right. Judge Pirro, always great to have you. Have a great weekend.